And welcome back. We're picking up where we left off last time in Songs of Six. I'm hoping to get the Oddjobber situation sorted in this episode, although knowing my luck, we're just going to keep making the Oddjobber situation worse. I think first things first, we're going to probably put that money towards bringing in new slaves. We can probably... let's bring in like 100 at a time. Type by type. And if the submission gets a little bit low, I can read them. So let's start off with 100 Amivians. So we're going to go out to the largest neighbor that tolerates me. And we're going to go ahead and say, hey, can you give me as... Or do I want to bring them in as slaves? I can bring them in as normal people at the moment. Sure. Let's actually do 20 Endorians, Garthimes, Amivians, and Lobby. Be a smaller order, but sources. So 20 of you, 20 of you, 20 of you, 20 of you. Barter, accept. We let them come in. At some point, I'm going to also probably want to improve the guard post, which is also cut stone. May want to just expand the cut stone system. Training facilities are still working pretty much overtime, trying to train up the replacements. Okay. What about tech? Oh, we got our 40 knowledge, so let's... the first 40 knowledge. That's going to get spent... just stacking the science is tempting, but no, we're going to resist that. I need more services. And we're going to put it in... getting the improved stages. And the next one probably wants to be... assuming I can get up to 100 in fine speech. It's not quite all of them, but a good chunk of the stages are now upgraded. And from a service needs standpoint, stages are worth about 1 fulfillment each. Would like to do the speakers for about the same reason. The speakers are actually a little less valuable than the stages. At least for the humans. Some of the other races might have a slightly different balance. That looks all about to be the same. When we're currently in the harvest season, so grain should be filling up. That might be part of what's contributing to the very severe Oddjobber shortage at the moment. Bunch of people out trying to gather the grain for the harvest. Oh, interesting. I have a bunch of criminals. I don't have my laws set up. Interesting. I would assume Some of those are looks like they're amphibians. Or no, some of those guys just look very fishy. Disrespect. I'm gonna go ahead and actually, I'm gonna pardon all my prisoners. And temporarily freeze the odd job. Reduces the demand on the odd job system a little bit. At some point, it probably would be a good idea to get the courts. All the races besides the Garthimi appreciate a nice court system. The Garthimi are apparently the only race that would appreciate you not having courts. Although I could turn it off. Right, we can just turn it off. It'd be fine not going to court. Not that we're actually letting anyone go to court. That's a... Or not going to let the Garthimi really go to court. I suppose actually, no, if they got caught, if I had the courts enabled for them, they would go to court, and if they got found innocent, they wouldn't be enslaved. The only punishment we're running for the Garthimi right now is enslavement, so... And then, what, from services, stocks are a... but stocks do provide fulfillment for everyone. But for you. If it's not offered. Although that might help with terror. I think stocks provide a flat law bonus even if it's not being used. Have my prisoners arrived? My prisoners arrived. Pardon you. And pardon you. Yeah, I suppose I can go reach out to the neighbors and try to pick up some more then. Once again, I would like you to resources provide me 20, 20, 20, 20. Trying to save up more knowledge so that we can improve the speakers next. And if I get odd job or positive, I should probably invest in more cut stone first. Because I think we're still positive in cut stone, but it's getting lower and lower. The speakers are mostly going to cut stone. The improvement on the guard post is all going to be cut stone. I think I want to deploy more guards, which means I probably want to deploy more guard posts, again, and upgrade them. Yeah, food should still be trending up, so that's good. The storage should be improving. And yeah, we're on pretty high food rations at this point, which is helping with health. We're so far, we're getting 83% of the health effect at this point. Getting it the rest of the way up isn't going to be super productive. Unless I'm just trying to, unless I have the food. Could maybe do another library if I wanted more innovation. Or not more innovation, for more knowledge, and then I could spend that on improving health. More medicine research wouldn't be terrible. But no, for the moment, let's do speaker. Let's do fine speech. Surprised it's just that one neighbor. Although it might be that there's not adequate food storage nearby, so the food stalls are having to work overtime to get stuff out there. That's probably what's going on over there. Apparently I could probably do with a little bit more vegetable storage. Well, that's a human neighborhood, so that's mostly probably going to be bread, right? Get this type of warehouse over there, then. And I can have it pull bread over from one of the other neighborhoods. Why are you in trouble? Because your health's low. Solves the health problem. And you're ready to level up, so we'll level you up. What do I want from you? Probably veg. Let's do irrigation. Better roads, and then max the veg out. Oh, and then you want a little bit more heavy and happy. There you go. I suppose I can probably drop. Can I get away? Maybe when you're a little bit bigger. And then we're waiting for these ones to grow to 2.4. Get more gems there. Probably go for leather for the moment. I don't really need more fruit. Although I could get more fruit. That would definitely wouldn't be too terrible. It's getting eaten, at least. I'm gonna pardon all these people. Happiness and loyalty is getting a little low for some of those groups, so maybe I shouldn't, and instead release them as slaves, but pardon them for the moment. What is my net cash flow? Well, guess because we bought in a bunch of humans is probably not a good day to be comparing it against. It's positive. Turns out if I want to try to bribe people into being loyal in the short run here. Eight knowledge off. We are going to hit the target? Yeah, we should hit the target. We're like 100 more target above where we are currently, so that should be doable. So I could evaluate housing. I'm missing a lot of human housing, apparently. Or humans are just really trying to live in the wrong neighborhood. One of the two. Our Thimmy neighborhood a little bit small as well. Okay. That's to help get Pimmies out. That's for the humans. I did notice that we've got some maintenance issues over here. Janitor, what's your problem? Lack of pots. Yeah, that would affect the pot-based industries. That's reasonably easy to solve. It's not like we're actually short on pots, it's just it's not getting delivered where it needs to be. Polar. We can probably get that last stage upgrade, know what I'm thinking about? Nope, short on the cutstone. Cutstone says no. Okay, so I don't want loyalty going down anymore. We're becoming into slaves. We're making like 50,000 a day, so not actually a lot, but more than nothing. The humans I really can't do that because the humans would just be too expensive. But the smaller populations that's pretty doable for. Tech-wise, and go ahead and get down to fine speech. We will. Yeah, let's go sort out some slaves. Let's start easy with like 20 of each that we'll enslave. Yearly report, and yeah, we're technically... I'm spending money, I suppose. Well, actually, we did those big, large manual entrants, and we were positive that year, but... Not sure if there's a currency overall. Option. Okay, resources. Give me 20 of each non-human. It'll increase the slave underclass. That should hopefully... it already looks like it maybe is helping to work through the supply backlog down here by getting stuff delivered into the area. You're delivering pots, and you now have pots, so you're able to catch up with the backlog on the repairs. A little bit of a struggle apparently with furniture as well. Let's have a second one and assign it to furniture. Yeah, could probably do with some more cut stone. Probably do some more stone, honestly, also. Let's go through our territories. Do I have any... There's space left in the stone. 9 location. For one level? Yeah. Get one level at least. It's 170-something stone, so... It's probably enough, actually, for a short while. This is gonna consume the odd droppers I don't have, but we're gonna get another mason going. You know, odd dropper shortage is actually down to -50, which is actually pretty nice. This is before we get the new add of slaves. Up to 30 knowledge. That's paperflying in the administration. Oh, so that's just a buff to the administration. Not sure if I need a buff to the administration. I think I'm gonna go over the sort of more services. I think I'm gonna do the health here with this knowledge. It's not gonna be a big difference, but it's a non-zero difference. It'll help a little bit. And at this point, it's probably easier to add more librarians to boost health that way than it is to try to get more food distributed or more health-based services distributed to solve the health crisis. And honestly, just solving the health crisis might help, you know, the whole population growth without having to keep really good services going. Okay, so we gotta wait for the slaves to adjust to their new standards of reality. But that has, in theory, introduced another 100 workforce to the city. Eventually we'll have enough innovation, we will get advanced bakery. It could be done really quickly by just building another laboratory. Or, as I'm doing it right now, just trying to be patient and allow for education to kick in on the humans. Which would be faster, I suppose, if I built more universities. We've got enough schools for all the children, but maybe not enough universities for all the adults. Although I also only have 2 labs, so maybe it's a stretch to go for a third. Whereas I've got 4 of these libraries. How's the food looking? Supposedly positive, even as the food days decrease. Well, the food days are decreasing because it's a lot of the imports from abroad are once a year, and what's in the network is in the network, besides the vegetables. So the granaries stand open, ready to receive the next harvest, mostly. Except for the bread. And supposedly I'm typing negative 1 gram. Theory. Got enough workers there that'll provide more cut stone. You know, sure, get me another grain farm there. Because in theory, I've got enough grain, or I don't have enough grain to meet the bread maker's needs. But of course, apparently I am stockpiled to where the stockpile isn't at any risk of running out. So, catch 22. Do I need more grain? Do I not need more grain? I'm not so sure. And I don't really want to do the math to figure out this definitively one way or the other. How does slavery work? Or look. Not work. Know how it works. Look. Okay, so we don't want more Dondorians. In fact, the Dondorians... Apparently I don't even have enough... Oh, they're particularly resistant to... Okay, the Dondorians... I might free some of the Dondorian slaves. Let's emancipate exactly 1. There we go. Do that every once in a while. That'll keep them happy. Oh, same thing there with submission for that race. Let's free one of those ones. Floppy, we could probably take in more of Garthemi, we could probably take in more of Catonians, definitely. Let's arrange for another trade. Yeah, I think the bribery I'm doing is keeping them happy, but it's also depleting the treasury faster than I'd like. I am, in fact, not that rich. How's the prison system looking as far as humans? Prison to prison and prison to prison. So I'm gonna pardon all the prisoners for the moment. I'd appreciate more housing and furniture and stuff that I don't really have for them. Mostly humans homeless, and I think it's mostly humans trying to work in industries and locations where they're not really supposed to be. Well, maybe I'm wrong, I just need more housing over here. Yeah, let's go with the assumption that I may be wrong and I just need another block of housing over here. A block or two of housing. Human refugees. Tilapia raids and bad behavior have caused complete economic collapse of human city. Some of the refugees decide to flee to your city. If you let them in, you will gain new subjects and appreciation of other empires for taking the burden. But your subjects may not be happy. They're humans, so we'll let them in. I may have consequences from letting them in, but we'll let them in. Title unlocked. Gained for having many people follow and love you. Requires the just button mode to be unlocked. And we've completed the Great. Okay, and then by temporarily raising loyalty of humans, we've achieved Asta here. As Asta Emperor, you're simply better than 99% of all noble houses in 6. Sure. Okay, so we'll use the innovation there. The knowledge, I think I'm going to want to spend... Well, I suppose I could pick up tourism for a little bit more money gain, but I think it's health that I really need. /want, so we'll grab 2 things of health. Let's temporarily bribe some of the humans to be a little bit more happy. Not sure if days off is a great idea. Some of the happiness improvement, some of the happiness stuff should just recover as we get them in and housed and working. It's also an argument to buying more cut stone. How much arguably do I want? So like 12 times like 36. Like 300 plus, well, let's say 400, 500, 600? I think I can probably afford that. Let's reach out to... Oh, this is a... I thought I was getting blackmailed, not, well, I'm being blackmailed. This is the raiders. Set the speed to 0 so we can check what sort of raiders we've got. Root. Kenyan. Root. These guys. 2,000 soldiers, yeah. The garrison is not that strong. The garrison is not that strong, so sadly we pay up. Meantime, let's reach out to the neighbor. I want about, let's say, 1,000 cut stone. Chipped in. Improve some of our service quality. And then, oh, I suppose, nobles. Nobles. Let's hand out some promotions. Emissary points. Low, apparently. 100% sure why. Did I still have the nobles out with you? Or the diplomats out with you? Yes. We'll drink until we got 10 available there. They're recovering from the trespass. Once they've recovered from the trespass, I can be neighbors with them again. Via diplomacy, I suppose. No, the other thing I was gonna do, nobles. Promotion time. That provides me with the potential to actually grow these regions. I suppose there's maybe an even argument to go for Astra, or not Astra, for Metropolis. 9.2k. Wouldn't be too hard to pick up most places. It's only 100 government points, so I'd be able to improve 7 cities that were already one tier below that. Although I've got enough that I suppose I could keep growing the existing ones and not bother picking up more tech. So I think we'll go with the not pick up more tech option. At least for the moment. Okay, that one, that one. Might as well do this one as well. Yeah, that's a good start there. I'm not sure where the music decided to cut out in the game. Now that we're back in the city, or at least we're getting snoring, so I know the game is definitely making audio. Let's put more guards on guard duty for hopefully more guard power. Admin-wise, I could be trying to push to Empire here in Metropolis. At the moment, I'm questioning how valuable that would be. You know, there's an achievement for it, so at some point we will probably do that intentionally to pick up the achievement, or not the achievement, well, the title. There is the Builder, I believe? The Builder. I have 3 Metropolises. I think it used to be 4, but it's 3 right now. I have 3 Metropolises. Yeah, I'm gonna go another library because I think I want the health. It would come with the innovation spend I would do. Or the knowledge spend I would do. Okay, so that's about as far east as should go without putting another block in. Service block in. I suppose I should just put another service block in. That'll work as well. Has my cutstone arrived, or is it still... Well, I suppose I just assigned a bunch to be spent on this, so... And it has arrived, I might have just spent it. Well, I suppose I copy and pasted a little bit too much. I didn't need the 5 on the left there. It'll be fine. It'll be fine, but didn't need that bit. Got a happy mouse, but the happiness mouse isn't going to go away, so that's good as well. Handouts, days off. I turned those off, right? I guess they're still hanging around. They hang around for quite a while then. Yeah, they hang around for quite a while. Okay. Bribe them to be little bit happy for the moment. So if I watch carefully, I could see where my cut stone delivery is if it hasn't actually arrived. I don't see it. Yeah, maybe it's arrived, or I'm just not looking close enough and it's still transiting. The reason I bring it up is I want to finish up upgrading my stages and get onto speakers. Another point of fulfillment would definitely help with trying to keep people happy. Go ahead and queue up another 1,000 to be bought. It's not that terribly expensive, given what it is. Given this is an upflux and cut stone, I think it just arrived. Or maybe not. Spend some of it, obviously. Yeah, as far as the lull effect here, we don't have enough guards, so it's a little bit on the weak side. And I suppose I have more guards patrolling now. May actually be worth putting out more guard posts. Oh, I am at the point where I probably should train more raw recruits as well. Okay. Copy area. Get some more human housing, because obviously we have more humans. I think we have than it has housing. Should probably, instead of doing the guard post, I'd be doing speakers, right? Oops. Where's my speakers? There's a speaker. I got 700 soldiers on patrol. I have 430 something spaces of guard post. You hold 50, so if I want to bring it up to 700, I want about 6 more of these. Spread throughout the city, let's say. Around the city, let's say. Plop one there. Sure. Do one there. Do one there. That's like 3. So that one's like 6, right? 5. Yeah, so we'll go in here with 6. Yeah, keeping everyone happy at this size of the city is getting harder and harder. Yeah, I suppose I'm probably at the point where I should get more of the other cities at this point. As a way to partially expand the guard. All the people trained as a soldier for the environment effect. This wants a quarter of the city to be trained, and we're up to 8K, so I actually need 200 people, or 2,000 people trained, and we only got 1.25. Although I think it does include the army out in the field, which is 300. Yeah, stage is doing better. Speak is just trying to do better, so now remember to distribute those as well. Up with those region improvements. You're not quite there yet. You're not quite there, although you're closer. Well, there's probably a ability for me to reduce the number of garrisons in some place from the garrison building, because I've got the realm garrison. Well, I won't worry too much about that. Could do that. Maybe not going to worry too much about it, because as long as we're not getting raided by random raids, I think we're fine for the moment. Building up more and more housing. Although we still, in theory, have 800 unhoused humans. Well, library's done, so we got 90 more knowledge. Let's spend that improving health. It's only two ticks on health, okay. So that's better than nothing. Yeah, right now, because of just the large population, 0.06 coming from population is a multiplier, which is real harsh to overcome. The food serving, I think the health on the food serving nerf is maybe a little more than it needed to be, or there needs to be some other source of health. Because yeah, this city size is definitely really hard to maintain health without bathhouses. So being one service need down, probably you shouldn't, especially if you're running technology to boost health, probably shouldn't make it impossible to sit at one above. I know it shows there on massage parlors being a modifier as well. That's a negative modifier. Everything else there is not positive. Employment is, as far as I know, not positive. The child, well, employment actually might be. Children, species, bathhouse, religion, event, other effects, new arrivals. New arrivals we know is negative. Besieged, if it's long enough, is negative. Climate actually is a positive. I would be healthier if we were in a warmer or colder climate. The middle one here is the least healthy. And then massage parlors we know as you raise massage parlor service value, health goes down. Does it show on here? No. Although maybe that, well, I don't think that's been removed because I think it shows in the health, obviously. If I scroll. Although that's only a pretty small negative, that's a drop to 0.9. How much is the bathhouse? Bathhouse is only 50% more, yeah. Am I getting the full bonus from laboratory, or does that scale with... That does appear to scale with level, so I suppose getting the laboratory upgraded would provide more health. The hearth would probably provide more health. Actually, does the hearth provide health? No, the wells provide health. So the well upgrade would provide a little bit more as well. Yeah. Putting toilets and wells, and the bathhouse would be other sources of health I could get. Maybe pick another one, or well, I suppose I could try to save up for. Yeah, I'm gonna have to bite the bullet. I'm gonna have to get wells, I think, or the bathhouses. I found them really labor inefficient in previous patches, or in the previous patch, but here are a source of health, and we are desperate for more health. You probably want to bring furniture, thinking about it, so let's swap you. We'll swap one of you at least over to furniture. Might still technically need it being pots. Or let's grab another one for tools. The tools look bad over here. I don't necessarily need a lot because it's just to maintain the position, but. Do you get over 50s? Yeah, I'm gonna break down. I'm gonna get bathhouses. First, let's pop around to all the speakers, get them upgraded. And then we'll start building bathhouses. And presumably everyone's going to want, you know, their own bathhouse area. Not too far away. Although some of these city sectors don't really have great space for it, so they're going to be farther away than I would otherwise probably want. And again, my experience with these aren't the most labor efficient of buildings, so I probably need a lot more than I would otherwise want in an effort to get the coverage capacity up. Just ride the humans again. If they're causing any problems. I'll try to get the fulfillment up to keep them happier. And we'll get the guard more powerful so the law effect is better. Law of your city is added to loyalty / submission of your subjects is gained primarily from guards. Yeah, so we'll see how helpful the bathhouses are with health. Hopefully they prove decently effective. That is a lot for wells. Next level wells. Probably better off saving for the next thing of toilet, actually. Yeah, let's see if we can get, like, 8 more knowledge before I spend... we're slated to. I'm patient enough, we should. I can spend that on proven toilets. Yeah, the toilets may also be overworked. We'll see when the toilets are upgraded. Worst case scenario, the upgraded toilets, I can just build more of them. I'm gonna run this part a little bit long because I'd like to see the effects of the bathhouse kick in. Well, I'd like to see the bathhouses all be built and see what the effects might hypothetically be. Don't know if this is the first one to be built. This is the first one to be designated, so I wouldn't be surprised if it's the first to be built. Oof. Yeah, we're trying to improve the sanitation. You know, even with the disease ongoing, we're still odd job or positive, so the outbreak is either not that bad or hasn't fully kicked in yet. And or we're having good luck with the hospitals. Could be good luck with the hospitals. They're just getting treated really fast. I don't think that's the case. Yeah, definitely getting worse. No, no, no. I want that to finish. Someone come along and do the last couple hammer blows, please. There we go. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. We definitely queued more up, so that's not all of them. It's down here, haven't kicked in, for example. I probably do need one closer to over here. I think it to fit on the island. Not in the current size, no. Current size and shape does not fit on that island. Oh, that might be close enough. That's probably fine. You're not built, you're not built, you're not built. I'm actually pretty much out of cut stone, so I probably am not going to get all of them built in this current wave. Most of them are going to be, because most of them got the cut stone, but the remainder have not. And now we're odd job or negative. Well, let's see how many survived the death wave. I probably won't need to continue bribing the humans after the death wave here, because enough of them will probably die and not be replaced. And of course, this is a pandemic, so it's considered an emergency. They're all happy. Well, they're all loyal due to the emergency. Given that I've got the bathhouses up and rolling, I'm going to go ahead and say this is a good place. We got ourselves a serial killer. With the serial killer on the loose, you know, I'll bring the event up. That's probably a good way to remind people when we get back into the next one. The serial killer on the loose and a pandemic running through the city. I think it is a good time for a part break here. The next part, we'll be dealing with the pandemic and the serial killer and seeing if we can get the city to be stable at and above 8K. I don't think we're at risk of a riot, but we're definitely at a risk of getting stuck at this size. And that's what I'm trying to work on. So until next time, if you're watching on YouTube, that will be tomorrow. If you're watching on Twitch, feel free to hang around. We're going to take a short break here so I can get up, stretch the legs, sip some tea. And until next time, I wish you all the best of luck and a good time. Catch you all in the next part, and bye for now.